Hey guys, Wendy here. You've reached my channel, Book It with Wendy. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber, and welcome if you are new here. Happy to have you. So yes, you're not imagining it. I am here. I'm filming this on Sunday. It is a beautiful Sunday on Long Island, New York, and it's a little too warm for me. I know, guys. I say that I love the cooler weather, and it is gorgeous out, but I mean, you don't know what to wear anymore when you go out. I mean, I had a sweater on, and I had my boots, and I was dying. I was like really hot. So, I changed again. I'm wearing like something I'd wear in the summer. I'm always warm anyway, but it is beautiful out. It's just, I think, a little unseasonably warm for this time of year, because we're going into November, and we're getting, I think next week is supposed to be like in the high 60s, almost 70. So everybody says, oh, this is great, and it is, but it's, you kind of prepare for the cooler weather and you get your clothes out, and then you're like, oh, and it happens every year. I know, I always keep summer stuff out too. But anyway, it is beautiful out. I have been MIA because of my mom, I told you guys. And just as a quick note, for all you booktubers out there that have elderly parents, it's quite a journey when they are at the age where they need you to really make decisions on their care. And thank God, my mom is 89, but she's got like all her faculties, knock wood, and she, it's just her body that has to get strong, and she's in rehab, and it is what it is there. My oldest brother and I are mostly doing most of the, manning the phone calls and checking in and talking to nurses and doctors and doing meetings and stuff like that. There's 4 of us, but we tried to keep it down to 2 contacts so that the staff doesn't go nuts and misinformation, for people, and things get screwed up. So this is what we're doing. And I've been listening to like a lot of the TED Talks on YouTube. I don't know if you guys ever listen to them. They have all different subjects and really, really good speakers and stuff like that. And they talk about taking over their care, and you become the parent. And you really don't, because, my mom, when they have all their faculties, it's very important. They talk about how it's very important to let them make the decisions and give them their dignity. And she makes all her decisions, but it's in some ways it reverts back to them being a child in a lot of ways, because we really have to push her to eat, and she hates the food, and we're bringing her food, and it can be very exhausting, because it takes up a lot of your time between phone calls. You try to do it on your lunchtime, and then she'll call up and be upset or complaining about something. And I hear it from all my friends, everybody at work. They went through the same thing with their parents. And so we're trying to really get that grip on that, so that she can come home, even if she has to come home with like a walker or something, because she's very independent, and there's nothing wrong with her mind. Like I said, it's just her body that needs to get strong. And without eating, it's hard, even with the little bit of physical therapy that she gets there. So if you guys are going through any of that, I can definitely be compassionate. I have compassion for you, because it's a lot. But we're gonna get through it. I have high hopes. I know that she's very stubborn, and I take after her in a lot of ways with that. When somebody tells me I can't do something, I will definitely do it no matter what. And I usually don't stop until I get it. And I get that from her, I believe. So I think that she will definitely come through. It's just going to take a little bit. All right. So anyway, back to books. I just wanted to fill you guys in on what was going on. So I am still reading. I'm still reading Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Like I said, I would have been done already. I'm just about done, but it's just taking me longer because of what's going on. So I told you guys this already. And also The Sorcerer's Appendix, which is really a good book. So I'm still reading that. Almost done with that. I know I keep saying almost, but it's just taking me forever. And I'm almost done with Hell House. I'm listening to that on audiobook. I know I heard some other booktubers talk about how long their drives are and stuff like that on Discord, and how, they have commutes like 80 minutes a day. And so it really gives you a lot of time to listen to audiobooks. I am very fortunate. I am not complaining that I work 10 minutes literally from my house. So I can listen to 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes coming home, and that's it as far as travel time. But, obviously I can listen when I take a walk with my dog and things like that. I definitely do. It's just that I don't have a long travel time to be able to sit and listen to an audiobook. So that's actually a perk in a weird way. I mean, I'd rather have the 10 minutes to work, but that's interesting how a lot of people do use that time, and I certainly would too. So yeah, little by little, I'm getting through it, but you know what? It is what it is. It's not a race. So when I get done, I get done, but I'll definitely do reviews on everything and tell you about everything like I normally do. It's just a little patience. I have to have patience with myself. I have to remind myself that, you know what? It is what it is right now, and you can't rush things. So I'm the one I gotta remind. Okay, so I did get a couple of some book mail and 2 books from the library sale that they have every day at my library. And Sunday is usually the day that I like to stop by and check out the books. I was a little disappointed today because they really didn't have a lot of good books, but I'm sure they get new ones in. People bring books in, blah, blah, blah. So I'll show you what I got. And I'm by the window because I wanted to get some natural lighting. I don't know if you guys can try to move you over a little bit, because it really is some natural lighting. Okay, so I have this one, and this one is, I got a couple of Christmas ones, and yes, one of them I am going to put away for my future grandchildren, because I thought it was cute, and perhaps this one too, maybe when they get a little older, but I thought they were really cute, and I don't have any Christmas books. So this one's called The Christmas Chronicles, The Legend of Santa Claus, and it says, Claus's first flight was more glorious than any of us who had not ridden in a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer can ever know. He exulted in the wind blowing through his hair and at the sight of the sleeping villages below and the wheeling stars above. And when he thought of how quickly he would be able to get his toys to his children now, and then when he thought that he could be let down to a roof rather than having to climb up to it, and then finally when he thought how quickly he would be back by Anna's side, sheer joy bubbled up in him. He began, and then ha ha ha, he noted as he warmed to his theme, and then finally in his deep, rich bass, ho ho ho, he laughed as he sailed through the roaring winter night. So this is really, looks like a cute book. Excuse me. It's only like 160 pages, if that. So it's very cute. And that is by Tim Slover. And then we have, this is part of the Grimm's Mysteries. I'm reading the Sorcerer's Appendix. I want to get all of them in the series, but this is Once Upon a Crime by P.J. Braxton. And it says from the small sleepy town of Gettersnad is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a German word, Gesternstadt, okay, is shaken to its pretty foundation when the workshop of the local cart maker is burnt to the ground and a body is discovered in the ashes. It is Gretel who notices that the cadaver is missing a finger. Not that she wouldn't far rather be investing in intriguing murder, but her client is willing to pay over the odds, so she must content with herself to trying to trace 3 missing cats. It's not until she's further into her investigation that she realizes the two are inextricably, I can never say that word, I apologize, and dangerously connected, and that the mystery of the missing cats will lead her into perilous situations and frightening company. So this is cute. The next one is also a Christmas book, and I don't know if I told you guys, but one of the things I do collect is nutcrackers. I absolutely love them. I don't know why, I just love them. I love their little faces. I love that they're made of wood. I just love them. And I think it probably goes back to the Christmas show at Radio City. Every time I saw that and the wooden soldiers all fell down, that was like my favorite part of the show. And also March of the Wooden Soldiers, that I used to watch every year when I was little. I think they still play it sometimes, but that I just used to love that. And I used to love the wooden soldiers. So I think that's why I love the Nutcracker so much. But I did get Michael Hake, The Nutcracker, and it's a beautiful book, by the way. Beautiful illustrations in here. Look at that. And the pages are absolutely beautiful. And it says, adventure, fantasy, romance, the triumph of good over evil, a world full of toys and sweets, and of course, Christmas. A classic for over 175 years, the story of the Nutcracker features everything that children love. With a theatrical flourish, William Hague brings this tale to a new generation of readers in this elegant retelling inspired by E.T.A. Hoffman's original version and best-loved elements of the ballet. From the sweeping drama of the battle scene to the magnificent illusions of rich draped fabrics, every detail will be cherished. So this is really a beautiful book. And it's only like 50 pages. So I did get that one. And then these two that I got at the library. This one is from Kelly Keaton. It's called Darkness Becomes Her. It sounds familiar to me. I don't know. But it says, our gazes locked, his painted expression shifted to regret. One hand reached out and lifted a strand of my hair. So beautiful, he whispered, rubbing it between his bloody finger and thumb. He shuddered and fell back. My long hair trailed slowly through his fingers as his body slid off the blade. The frogs and crickets continued their night song. The sounds of traffic came back to life, but all those sounds, those sounds that had no idea what had just happened, were muted by my loud, ragged breaths. So this is, it says, Ari can't help feeling lost and alone with teal eyes and freakish silver hair that can't be changed or destroyed. Ari has always stood out, and after growing up in a foster care, she longs for some understanding of where she came from and who she is. Her search for answers uncovers just one message from her long-dead mother: run. Ari can sense that someone or something is getting too close, but it's impossible to protect herself when she doesn't know what she's running from or why she's being pursued. She knows one thing: she must return to her birthplace of New-To, the lush rebuilt city of New Orleans. Upon arriving, she discovers that New-To is very different. Here, Ari is seemingly normal, but every creature she encounters, no matter how deadly or horrifying, is afraid of her. So this looks like a good book. It's kind of spooky for spooky season. Not that I'm going to have time to read it, but you know what? You never know. So I will read it at some point. I say that with all my books, but I think a real book collector says that. I mean, whether I'm going to be able to read all the books in my collection in my lifetime, probably not. But you know what? I am a book collector as well, and I love books, so I will always collect books, whether I can read all of them or not. It's just how it is. Okay, so national best-selling author of Moon Spinners, Sally Goldenbaum. This is called A Holiday Yarn, a Seaside Knitter's Mystery, and I thought it was kind of cute, and I like these mysteries sometimes. Here's the cover of it. It's like a cozy mystery, and I figured that would be good for winter time. So it says, holiday time is magical in Sea Harbor as the seaside knitters turn winter yarns of deep reds, greens, and golds into gifts. But when murder comes to this small New England town, they must set aside their needles to pursue justice and restore joy to the season. In Sea Harbor, the scent of snow fills the salty air, and at Izzy Chambers' studio, the seaside knitters feast on cookies, knit their gifts, and plan their gatherings. But not all plans in Sea Harbor go so smoothly. Mary Pisano has inherited her grandfather's estate and is sparing no expense to transform it into a bed and breakfast. Even the seaside knitters help to decorate by creating warm throws for each bedroom. When the Pisano family gathers for their annual meeting, Mary offers to put up her cousins in the furbished family home, hoping her gesture will dispel any ill will over her inheriting the estate. But hard feelings are likely the cause when Mary's cousin Pamela is found dead on the B&B's snowy back porch. A wintry cloud gathers over the imminent opening of the B&B, and the seaside knitters must sort through secrets and sift fact from a rumor. While the knitters began unraveling the case, Izzy is knitting her brow over her own mystery, the mystery of love. As the holiday draws near, the four friends will need all their crafty know-how to solve the crime and restore holiday peace and the magic of mistletoe to Sea Harbor. That sounds so cozy. I'm really looking forward to reading this, and it's a quick read too. It's quick. It is 259 pages, and it's really cute in the back. It has simple, not a square pattern, not a square bunting. It has different, it tells you the materials. So the Seaside Knitters Knit a Square projects, it says in the back. You can see that. And then it has like knitting, like how to do knitting patterns in the back, which is pretty cool. Look at it. See? So I think that it's going to be a cozy winter read, and that's why I got that. So yeah, I didn't get like a ton of books like I usually do, but you know, you can't be that lucky every time. I know, guys, this is my Sunday hair, so you have to excuse it. I have to get my hair done next week, coloring that is, but I just threw it up. I was so hot, and I was like running errands, and I was vacuuming and cleaning, and I was like, I'm going to cook soon, and all those fun things on a Sunday. Yes, indeed. So, I'm sorry if this went too long. How long are we into this? 17 minutes. Okay. But I felt that I really needed to put my time in with you guys because I missed you guys. And hopefully you missed seeing me as well. Hopefully you noticed that my video wasn't on Fridays. And, you know, I wanted to just pop in and give you guys a good old-fashioned video at a good length because that's what this channel is about. Books and rants, and I did do a rant at the beginning a little bit about, you know, a little bit of frustration with my mother's coming along. Like I said, I'm not rushing her, but she can be a little stubborn, so we gotta crack the whip a little bit and get her to move so that we can get her in her own home and she can be happy and we can be happy seeing her happy. So that is that. So I think you guys are all caught up with my exciting things going on, and hopefully I'll have better news as she comes along, I'm sure, and I'll get back to my own schedule and do my book reviews, and you know, I am doing the best I can, so I will get in whatever I can get in for you guys, I promise. And on the Discord channel, we are going to start reading November 1st. It starts Dracula, who is my favorite monster. Halloween monster, favorite of all time, scary, you know, character. Bram Stoker, which I have. So, yeah. So, I'll be reviewing that at some point, but I am very excited about reading that. I got the audiobook from my library, so I started actually listening to that, I should say. And it's really good so far. I really like the narrator. The narrator makes all the difference, you know, when you're listening to an audiobook. If the narrator, you know, sucks, then the book is not going to hold your attention. You're not going to want to listen to it on audiobook. So that's my thing with audiobooks. Like, I don't mind listening to them. They never were really a favorite of mine, but the narrator is key. You know, of course, it has to be a good voice, you know, characters have to be good, and so far with this book, I really like the narrator. So, All right, guys, I'm going to end this before I go on and on and on and on. I just haven't I haven't been able to video for you guys for a while, so I'm chatty here. But I do want to say thank you for any new subscribers. Thank you so much. I really do work hard to get this video, up and running for you guys, because I love books like you do, and I love this community. So keep hitting that like and subscribe, please, down below. If you read any of these books and you have any comments about them, please leave them below. If you want to leave any comment about anything I talked about today, parents, books, whatever, leave that down below. I read all the comments, and I love to read them. So until we meet again, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully sooner than later, but I will pop in whenever I can. I promise. See you later.